We have a huge number of plants here, courtesy of Tropica. Thank you so much, guys, for sending these beautiful and healthy plants to us. Plant heavily from day one. If you want to have a very stable ecosystem, we have a huge tank to fill here. And also these plants are available from Green Aqua. We ship to most European countries. Victor, what are you going to do with these?
I don't know. I don't remember when was the last time when I used so many plants, but this is a large tank, so.
I love the fact that this has written live aquatic plants on it, because if you don't see that, you would think that this is plastic. It's so healthy.
Yeah, we are still receiving the questions, and it's really,
I love this.
It's live.
Is this real? Is this real? It is, guys. This is real. First of all, how do you like the hardscape?
Yeah,
is it okay for planting?
Probably we had some kind of idea what to do, but you came up with something else. That's where the improvisation comes in.
But I took your main idea seriously, and you said that you want the hardscape that would enable you to be free with using the plants as details, and you can paint that canvas with the different types of plants.
Absolutely. We have 60 centimeter for the depth.
It's quite deep layer-wise. I hope that the plants will not wash these layers together.
Yeah, we will have a lot of smaller plants in the front area, so we can play with it a little bit. So we keep the majority of the hardscape free or as it is, and have a very beautiful colorful background for this cape. In the last episode with the hardscape building, you've already seen what kind of equipment, what kind of technical parts we have behind the aquariums, but if you're missing any details, please check out the description below.
I'm ready to prepare the plants for you,
okay,
so you can start planting as soon as one bunch is ready. I'll show you one thing, how to do one pot, okay? You've got the pot here. You remove the label by pushing it out like this. Label gone. And there's the sound of opening this. I'm going to put it next to my mic so that here. Very cool sound too. Then you remove the plant. I prefer to rinse it off a little bit, not much, just a little bit, and then I'm done. Do you prefer to have these already bunched, or you want to bunch it as you
I'm feeling
plant?
comfortable to tear them apart.
What's happening with this Eleocharis parvula, Acicularis, mini, Pusilla? It has 100 names. Why does it melt sometimes in our aquariums?
Actually, for me, the hairgrass was never melted. But it's browning, or maybe it's drying. The planting process took way too long, and you forgot to spray it. Water temperature is another issue if you're using warmer water to fill up. Sometimes it's getting a diatom algae in the first few weeks.
Yeah, but that's gonna go away, and it's not a dangerous algae. And actually, this hairgrass needs CO2 to thrive. CO2 is plant food, unlike plant fertilizers, which are kind of appetizers. So the plants are using carbon to photosynthesize.
With this tissue culture world, you have different kind of experience with the plants which you're getting. That's a very dense pot.
It is.
Probably it's on the shelf for a longer time, and you have a lot of plants in that small pot. And this one looks like maybe it's damaged or not, but it's not. It just flipped over. It's a smaller amount.
Let me take it out so that you can see.
Need a bit more time, but the result will be the same.
This is Pusilla, okay? So you can start using it. And I would take the Acicularis.
And what is the difference? Okay, Pusilla and Acicularis, basically the two things is the same, but this is a smaller plant, goes perfectly to the foreground. Acicularis looks almost the same, but it's a bit taller, so you can use in the midground, you can use in the background as well. So we can start with the foreground. With this moisturized soil, it's much easier to plant. I started to use the small grass in the second layer. I believe if you are using smaller chunks, then the plant is spreading much better than if you're just putting in a larger amount of plants in.
But you will need more time to fill up.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so what next?
So we are using Hemianthus cuba. This is a tiny plant, the classic from the Japanese aquarium. I'm going to use it a lot in the past. You need a lot of CO2 and it's sensitive for the water temperature, but luckily we have here colder water and we have plenty of CO2. We have a lot of light, so we don't need to worry about using this plant. So we will use this on the foreground in the first layer, and then the grass will come with some other supporting plants. We will use the Monte Carlo and the moss on the wood decoration.
Which ADA tool do you prefer out of these three?
For this, probably the mid version.
Okay.
Yeah. Small is great for very tiny foreground plants. Middle one is kind of a universal tool. Working on this large aquarium brings back some memories from the early age of green aqua. The Christmas mood and things was chill and slower. Now we are super busy, but it's always a great thing to slow down a bit, and it's turning off your brain without even noticing it.
Okay, so this is Blixa, this is Gratiola, and this is Abita Brown. Okay, next plant is the Gratiola. I will add it behind this tree. Only the top of the plant will just grow out behind the tree. Let's work our way on with the
stem?
With the stems. The line of the colors goes like this. First step, Rotala green. Second step, Rotala rotundifolia. Third step, Rotala HRA. That's how the color goes from green through orange to red. This is the Bacopa caroleana that I'm cleaning now. That is a plant that has bigger leaves, big round leaves, which looks a lot stronger than the Mato Grossense. That has very thin, like almost needle-like leaves. Cryptocoryne parva, which is one of my favorite plants actually. This is a very small plant. It grows in not liquid jelly, but agar, which is more difficult to clean.
Minicoin could be in a front area with a smaller anubias. The petite will be used in the middle section, somewhere on the wood decoration.
So you're going the other way around, because what we do usually is we plant the bigger plants in the front and the smaller plants in the back when we want to create a diorama style, something that has a lot of scale towards the back, so that your eye would be tricked into thinking that the plants are the same size, so it must be perspective that distorts them.
But the way we planted with the Hemianthus cuba and everything, so we have small plants.
Yeah, we have the other way
front.
around.
Yeah.
Nature style can do that.
If we place too close the microsome to the center, to the sandy part, then the whole thing will be center heavy. Maybe. So not sure what would be the ideal position for the microsomes, but maybe we could just pull out the sideways the layout somehow.
Instead of the anubias there, that could work, huh?
Yeah, maybe, but
so
the
remove
rest,
anubias.
I wouldn't put too much microsome to the
focal
center point.
We can have it here for sure.
Yes.
That's working.
That's good. Step back a bit and check the right side, because there we used somehow behind or
oh, that's perfect.
Melted in.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so it's kind of like similar thing would be nice on the other side as well.
Yeah, let's not use like excessively, it's too much.
Yeah, so now for me is like enforcing the
good idea.
The shape of the wood.
Absolutely, and it's hidden in the back.
Yep.
Perfect.
We of Monte Carlo to decorate the wood pieces if you want, just not too much.
Is it too much now?
Maybe, yeah. Would be too straight for too
No?
long. Just for a spot placement, I think it's better.
Next one, Pinna tifida.
Yeah, just a few of them. Pinna tifida, just like the Crypto Albaida brown, is giving a red spot for the decoration.
This is Christmas moss.
At last, we kept the moss. Basically, we do everything backwards. Usually, we fix the moss first and we plant it, but now we have everything planted. From this point, it's basically the detailing, so you can work on that for hours.
Okay, we're in the fish selection process. The main fish will be these guys right here, the well-known Lotropis crossomus.
Yeah.
If you see me like reboot, that's because I'm switching to Latin now.
We mainly use them in a pond. So this is one of the fish which works perfectly there. It prefers colder waters coming from America, North America actually. So I'm really hoping to see them thriving here because the water is a bit on the colder side. So we'll be around 22, 23-ish, and that's perfect for them.
And they're growing quite big, about 10 centimeters.
So what else we have? We have fish ticha, and then you choose that for probably because of the
Yeah,
color.
I love
and
how the color of the titea is kind of matching that of the rainbow shiner, except the rainbow shiner will have these bluish, silverish
Yeah.
like shine on them, hence the name rainbow shiner because it shines in all colors of the rainbow. Victor had the concern that that these two will not stand apart from each other visually because they're like the same color. But I think that with the shining color of the rainbow shiner and the accentuated reddish color, they will match each other. The problem is that both of them have this reddish stripe on the body, and also the body shape is somewhat similar. Victor recommended the third type of fish that we are going to use here, the Pentazona.
We will use them in a smaller group just to discover the area here and there. I really love them. They look beautiful. Has a greenish tint when they really color up. So that's a nice fish. We frequently receive questions about, or sometimes maybe it's we were getting this as a critics that we release all the fish at the same time, but when we are releasing the livestock in the aquarium, all the filters are cycled. So, and because we are using large filtration, that's the point. When we are using large filtration, which is most of the time over on the capacity, so it easily can handle the fish selection what we put into the tank. So it's not a problem at all.
Also, we use like priming bacteria and stuff to help the cycling of the filter.
But it's mainly an issue when you have when you just buy an aquarium as a kit sometimes, and there's a small internal filter, and you just dump in a lot of fish, and that small filter just can't handle the waste. But when you have large filters, it's not a problem at all. So you can introduce when this filter is cycled and you feel that the aquarium is ready for the livestock, it's not a problem. We never had a problem with that.
I hope that you guys like the end result. Please do not forget that the B-roll images that you're going to see in a second are shot 1 week after this moment. So what you already see is fish gaining some color, starting to swim normally, starting to behave normally. And please let us know in the comment what kind of fish combination would you have preferred, or what do you think about this combination that we chose here? The possibilities are endless. So thanks again, guys. We will see you next week. Goodbye.